Let's quickly have a look at Windows 7 user accounts. These are the three most important types of user accounts that you have in Windows 7: the administrator, the standard user, and the guest account. The administrator account is the one that has complete control over the PC. This means that this person can even be able to install and uninstall software on that particular PC. And also be careful, this means they can also be able to delete other administrator accounts. So whenever you're setting up other accounts on your PC, just keep that in mind that this person better still be your friend after maybe a quarrel or two, because they might actually delete your account and now the only account left to log in is theirs, and that might not be the best thing to do. Then there's what is called the standard account, which is a user account that can only use the software that's already installed by the administrator and change system settings that don't affect other users. So once you're in this account, you can customize whatever you want to customize in there, but you can't change other users' accounts. You also can't create other users, unlike the administrator. Then the last type is the guest account, which is only there to make sure that you connect to the PC temporarily and quickly leave. You have no access to other people's information and details. You have very minimal access. Usually this is set up for guests in this case, or usually for your kids, just to make sure that maybe they occupy themselves with the computer without ever messing up whatever you are doing, because you wouldn't want to give your laptop with all the work that you are doing to your child if you have got a child, because they'll do what children do and you might have to redo everything, if not buy another laptop. So these are the three accounts that you have in Windows 7. Now, in Windows 8, it's a little bit different. Windows 8, 10, and so forth, they will look a little bit different because Windows 8 introduces two new types of user accounts alongside the ones already in Windows 7. The first one being the Microsoft account, which is an account which is associated with the email address that gives you access to all Microsoft products and services. They always have password that's not blank. If you're using an Outlook email address, let's say howtogeek@outlook.com, you have a Microsoft account with that address. So that's the latest version of accounts there, and that's the one that I was explaining earlier on, that once you're logged in using the details or the credentials that you put in of this account, you do not really need the particular device that you are holding. You can just log in from another device and still have the same capacity that you have with other devices that you might have logged in using your other account. Then the other account that they put is then what we call the local account, which is literally the same type as the accounts in Windows 7 because they are locally based, meaning you only can log on that particular account, on that particular computer. Once you go to another computer, those credentials will never work. So those are exactly what early Windows 7 already had by default. So Windows 8 and so forth, they then have local accounts and Microsoft accounts. The difference being the fact that Microsoft account can be able to, move across any devices. You can take another laptop, you can lose your desktop, you can lose whatever. Once you log in with that email and password, you still get the same access like you never lost that particular device. But just make sure that every time you're online, you're syncing your documents, you're syncing your settings and so forth, because if you do not sync them, syncing means literally upload them to the internet. Once they are not uploaded, you're in trouble, because anything that wasn't uploaded, you will not be able to see it at that particular time. And it's very easy to tell these accounts apart, because as you can see, a Microsoft account will always have a password and an email address, while the local accounts will always be written local account and they don't have any email address next to them. All right, let's cut this short. Let's meet in the next lesson as we talk about what is a user group and so forth, because this is another setting that you need to control for you to be able to keep control over your local area network resources. I hope you learned a lot.